Hello everyone, Andrew here, with a bit of a croaky voice today. I will apologise for that in advance. We're at Silverstone and we are in a Force India. Ah yes, the team that has their factory just across the road. I'm recording this having just watched qualifying for the British Grand Prix. What a lap from Lewis Hamilton. I think everyone had pretty much tipped a Mercedes pole, probably Rosberg, but we know Lewis is good round Silverstone, but to be almost half a second quicker than Rosberg, step up Mr. Rosberg. I think Lewis is really starting to get himself in a good place in this car now, and it's starting to show. Going to change it up slightly from my previous pre-race video for Canada. I'm going to start with my prediction for the race. With Silverstone being Silverstone with its most stupid microclimate in the whole country, in my opinion, I've saved this prediction till qualifying was done, because you just didn't know on Thursday, Friday what the weather was going to do. It's not really changed in my mind though. Even though he's fourth on the grid, I still think Mark Webber is going to come through and win this one. Mainly because I don't know why, but I just have a feeling that something is going to happen to Vettel. Oh, sorry, that was totally my fault, the guy in the Red Bull, after I hit him off. Somehow I didn't get a penalty. Well done, Codemasters. Yeah, I think something's going to happen to Vettel. Like a couple of years ago, he had a puncture on lap 1. Webber to win it, Lewis to finish second, and Rosberg to finish third. I think Mercedes' tyre wear problems will be slightly improved, not to the extent that they can keep up with the Red Bull. I think a Red Bull will just, or both of them if they're still in the race, will just scarper up the road. The big surprise for me is Ferrari. Because that's the one change in my mind. I was going to punt for Alonso to get a podium. Where has Ferrari's pace gone? Hopefully it's just over one lap, but quite concerning, they were very close to going out in Q1 and Q2, and Alonso's only 10th on the grid. Very surprising. So on to lap 2. Second thing that I wanted to talk about today, and it's the big news of the weekend. It's that Mark Webber has fully confirmed to the F1 bubble world that he is leaving that bubble world at the end of the year. I had to laugh when it was announced. What was it? Thursday. That he was going, because following sports cars, I've known about this in terms of it being at least a very strong possibility since April. And people describing it as a shock move. Not for many people outside the world of F1. And then you had Christian Horner saying that he was told 10 minutes before Mark Webber went public, which I think the word perplexing is the word I'd use for that, because it's been at least a strong rumour for, at the latest, April, probably even longer. So I'm not quite sure what to make of that. You give your opinions in the comments below. Quickly on who could replace him. I think Red Bull will want to get Raikkonen in, but whether Raikkonen will want to deal with the politics in that team, not sure. Ricardo and Verne, I think they need to do more. Ricardo needs to do more of what he's just done today in qualifying, because Christian Horner said they'll have an announcement by the end of August, so they can't just wait and hope that they finish the season well. They need to start performing, or consistently performing, from now. I agree with what Eddie Jordan said on the BBC programme. It's too early at the moment to say who's going to get that role. I think even someone like a Paul de Resta could be, I don't think he'd be first choice, but he could be there if things fall through. Quick rewind to the FOTA Forum, which I went to earlier in the week. Questions regarding track venues came up. First of all, New Jersey, asking, is it appropriate to have 2 races in America from next year? Graham Loudon's response was yes, it's massive, and I agree. The sentiment coming from the forum was that having a race in the New York, New Jersey area was a real coup for Formula 1, because that area doesn't necessarily need another big sporting event. If you think we've got the US Open tennis, for example. So I would agree with that. And also we were talking a little bit about, should there be more traditional tracks or more in places like Singapore and Abu Dhabi? And the teams were, in their own minds, pretty much split on this, which I thought was quite interesting. Oh dear. Oh look, we were going to win that race and we get noobed out by the Italian in the Mercedes. Well done, sir. Well done. Also, one last thing. Top marks to Martin Brundle, who needed to dash off during the autograph session, but came down and personally greeted every single person in the line, which was about 100 people, which he didn't need to do, so top marks to him. And I got his autograph as well. Hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, be sure to give it a like. I've been Andrew the Blade. Goodbye.